Gaslighting. A man who wants something from a woman pretends to be her friend, marries her, but in fact is her enemy.
He is your husband. Fight for him.
The man has no respect for anything but himself.
I understand why you're angry.
Show him what he's losing.
It's not necessarily an uncommon story. So I think a lot of people can relate to it. And, to a certain degree, this could hold up a mirror to other people. This is what can potentially happen if you're not being honest and truthful in your relationship.
How do you know this woman?
She's my wife. We are separated. I have an order of protection keeping her off of this property.
And you want that order enforced?
I know you guys have your own protocol for these sorts of calls, but in this particular situation, in my own personal opinion, I think it would be better if she went in for observation instead of...
Like a hospital, you mean?
She's clearly not in control of herself. I think she should be under someone's care.
I think also divorce law in the 80s was even different than it is now. I think now we acknowledge more when a woman post-college leaves the workforce and then contributes to the household while the husband is the breadwinner. And then 2 decades later, when they get divorced, she has no income power of her own. And essentially would have given up her ability to have that skill set to enter the workforce again.
Cross them for me.
Come on, kids. Inside. Let's go. Jenny, come on.
Watch your head, man.
The crew really got very deeply affected by some of the scenes that Amanda and I were shooting. And, they'd say things to me like, God, we really like you in between the takes, but as soon as the cameras start rolling, we just absolutely hate you. So those were challenging moments.
Can you talk about driving your car into his house?
No, yes, that is a crazy thing. I did do that. That was a crazy thing and I did it, but I'm not crazy.
Hopefully it brings to light some of the issues of, like we were just saying, the social mores of the 50s and how it was for women who devoted all their time and energy singularly to being a wife and mother, who were then divorced and left with no recourse financially.
How am I supposed to see my kids?
Betty, stop!
Why are you doing this?
Don't you think this is all getting out of hand?
Pressure cookers. Eventually, they tend to explode.